Hey everybody, Christopher here from Algo IQ program, part of the overall Grid Algo development group. So I'm going to go over a setup that I like to trade that I call hook and run. And the new AIQ bands, one of the reasons I wanted to build them, I had a feeling this would do a better job than the prior indicator I was using. Some traders do this using the fast bands from the new and greatly, I guess you could say, next evolution or version of we call them the super bands. They've really evolved to a whole new level, but I'm going to go and show you this on the Algo IQ program's AIQ bands indicator. So just for settings, I'm on a 37 AIQ bars chart. Very simple. We just have brick size setting. So it's a bar type that we use in a brick size. It already has a set offset with wicks that lends well to what the indicators like to read or doing anything automated, whatever third-party tools you may use. I do have the AIQ1 indicator installed. I'll cover that in a second. Well, actually, let's just go into the AIQ1 indicator for this time frame. We'll go through settings real quick here right at the beginning. I'm currently set on a 9 setting, no phase, MA1 out of the two moving average choices, no step sizing, and colored up so I can see the momentum burst signals indicator. And that's how that's set. So I basically have that set. The wick color, I have dim gray. We have an updated indicator that has two colorations for the wicks, so you can have your wicks match your up and down colors. I just haven't loaded that on this particular laptop yet. Not like a big priority for me for what I'm doing. So that's the settings there. Let's go into the settings for the AIQ bands. I have it set pretty responsive, an 11, 0 phase. I almost always have my phase at 0. I'm on MA1. About the only time I use step sizing, usually I use it in conjunction with MA2. And I use that for more like, I guess you could say, intraday position trading to swing trading time frames. And I'll do a specific video on that in the days ahead and put that out as a public video on YouTube over and above the training that I do in prior live events and all kinds of new training content I'm adding to the Algo IQ program. And just real quick before we dive into the setup here, if you have questions on how to get on board with the Algo IQ program, let's cover that real quick. Okay, at the gridalgo.com website, you can scroll down, it's all basic stuff in the beginning, but I do have a specific, like if you're just into NT8 only, I have a specific briefing video on that. We do have the systems running on Quant Tower, TickBlaze, NT8 platforms. The TickBlaze stuff all seems to be working. I'm finally going to release it to my existing group so they can have access to it. We got a couple, probably about 7, 8 traders licking their chops, waiting, getting all ready to get the tools on TickBlaze. We have 3 package entry points for a 1-year program to get the tools on all 3 platforms. We have 1 fee. Get any updates, get to be part of our private Algo IQ community. Any live events we do, there's going to be YouTube live streaming, private YouTube live streaming to Algo IQ members only, starting this upcoming week already, over and above stuff we've done before in conjunction with the 2.5-day type event. We have a package just for TickBlaze 1-year program, just for Quant Tower 1-year program. And if you want NT8 only, we have a 6-month program because I don't know how long NT8 is going to be around. Nobody does. The chatter on that keeps changing. And the reality is Kraken bought out Quant Tower, and Kraken's hired nothing but web-based platform developers for a couple months now. So it's kind of a hint as to the chatter that we keep hearing is that they're going to build a web-based platform as their super platform to compete with TradingView. They'll probably scuttle Tradeovate and NT8 at some point and then run with their new main platform only. That seems to be maybe what's in play for first or second quarter of 2026, but we'll see. So anyhow, if you want access to anything, that's there, or you can always just email me at info@gridalgo.com. Okay, back to this new setup, or setup that I'm going to show you that I've actually traded it for some years, but I'll show you how I kind of set up my charts. Now, a person can trade this manual discretionary. Those of you using third-party tools can come up with criteria for what I call the hook portion. And then there's the run portion. Let me get my drawing tool ready here. Okay, so what I look for is I do pay attention to key levels on 4-hour charts. That's how I determine what are the most significant potential areas of prior support and resistance. I do pay attention to pivots on price. Are we uptrending? We have pivots ascending. Do we have pivots descending, meaning turning points of price? I call those pivots. What I look for, especially if let's say I have a key level that was from 3-4 days back and the market blew through that level, I call that an LS, or a levels sweep. The level basically just got swept. So out of that level sweep, I'm looking for a hook in the indicator. And when I get a hook in the indicator, that is like my heads up. And in this case, on a long, I'm looking for a hook on the bottom side. If I'm looking for a short, I'm looking for a hook on the top side of the indicator, not both sides, just the one side. And then I love to grab the first mom signal out of that. So it's hook, and the run would be, so the hook is looking for the hook in the AIQ bands. The run is looking for the first momentum. Or you could also do this with reversal signals. I think it's more effective to do it with momentum burst signals, so I use that. Get into an entry, stop never more than most recent lowest price pivot plus a few ticks or pips if you're trading FX. And now you're in the trade, get about 1-to-1, stop to break even plus, and then you can watch it accordingly. Now, as the market's running away from me, once I've achieved a 1-to-1, then I can pay attention to hooks and mom signals opposite as any final indication like, hey, I just need to bail on, I just need to bail on the trade. There's not much left here. Very typically, I like to trade in units of 3, like 3s, 6s, 9s, 12s, 15s, as far as M and Qs. So when I get to the 1-to-1 and I'm watching price running linear, I watch it. If I get any Dodger blue, after that, I'll take off usually at least a third. If I'm at daily goal or beyond, I might take off 2/3, just let a last third run. I kind of do pay attention to where my P&L is on the day. My objective each day is really just to get to a daily profit objective. So on all of my many 150K accounts, or I'm trading on 150K account, and it's talking out trade activity to 4 other 150K accounts, I'm going for $710 a day as a daily profit objective, whether I'm trading fully automated or I'm trading manual discretionary. On all my 300K accounts, and remember, some prop firms will let you have 20 300K accounts, so that's 6 million in capital. I go for $1,110 a day per account. So that would be the daily profit objective. And once I hit that, whether I'm trading automated setups or trading manual discretionary, I'm done for the day. So at least the predominance of the accounts. So that's what I like to target. Now, somebody starting out working with a new setup, you should maybe start around 400 a day, and then 2 weeks later go to 500 a day. As you keep proving the capability to consistently hit that, the predominance of days throughout the week, so you're net positive at the end of each week, then you can start moving up. And anything over this, I've done the math, you're pushing it. for a daily profit objective with the mindset of go in, kind of special operation style. Go in, kick the door down, neutralize the target, get back in your vehicles, whether it's a special operations Black Hawk, Chinook, or some armored vehicle, get back to your base camp and pop the beer caps. Get in, get your hits, neutralize the target, get home. That to me is the smartest way to trade pop accounts. Just daily consistency, hyper consistency. Okay, so that's kind of covers that. Now let's get back into hook and run signals. Here's something else I would pay attention to. A market comes back up, retests an area where it just stalled out, where that yellow line was, came up in that area price, and you can see we like lifted, fell back. And this is during the US cash session. Lifted, nice big lift, falls back, nice big lift. We're getting close enough to that resistance area. Here I get a hook, like a full hook. This is a partial hook. But I'm talking, I want to see that indicator make a hook. Some sort of clean hook in the indicator. That's a hook. Then right after that, I'm basically just waiting for a mom signal, see if I get one. I got one. I'm in. Stop never more than most recent price pivot. Market runs, gets to my 1-to-1. Stop to break even plus. 2-to-1, 3-to-1, chopping around. Okay, I'm out of there. I'm getting some counter hooks now. And I'm getting Dodger blue shifting back to aqua and a mom in the opposite direction. So I don't need to be short on that trading day. I'm trading intraday. I'm not trading to catch a 250-point move. There's another beauty of this style. If you're looking for something creative and visually efficient, there's clean hooks at key levels all the time. Like runs right up to a key level, market reacts, whether it's a levels test or a levels sweep. Area gets rejected, market comes off with energy. But here's something else I do pay attention to. Can you see this? That's like an M pattern. So if I didn't take that first one and then I see the M, by gosh, I'm going to hit that second mom signal. And you can kind of see it here. We're getting like little micro M patterns or W pattern there. Here's an M pattern. So if I see a market, it's lifting, stalling, lifting, stalling, lifting, stalling. What that's telling me now I'm getting lower pivot highs. Before I was getting some ascending pivots. Now I'm getting lower pivot high, hit that mom signal. If it's during the prime time trading hours, it's worth a shot. So I call these hook and run. The hook is looking for a hook, an M pattern, a W pattern. Here's a W pattern in the indicator. So maybe the market is bottoming out and getting some support in an area that has nothing to do with any prior support. It's kind of out in la la land. And I just don't want to jump in and be a buyer yet. I think it's going to go lower. But then what does the AIQ bands do? It gives me an M pattern. So it gives me a higher pivot low hook. Okay, I'm going to jump on that mom. Now I'm seeing a price pattern. Now I feel more confident some support has been built in this area price. So that's of higher probability. Get into the trade. Stop never more than the most recent price pivot. There's 1-to-1. Stop to break even plus, and we're at 1-to-1. Few oscillations higher. And the main thing, once you're in a free trade, you can be more passive about it. Hey, let's see if this baby can make it up, tag that level, or it's going to come down and stop me out at some point, and I'm done. So no harm, no foul if you move stop to break even plus and the market comes back. So what I suggest is get your, this type of trading, like on the MNQ, I like anywhere from like a 33 chart up to about a 41. If you're getting up to a 45, it'll still work, but now you're only seeing like the really bigger picture signal setups on the day, like a 45 to a 55. Could you go down to like a 19 to a 23? Sure you could. You're going to have a lot more noise, but if you're really kind of hyper scalping, you might like those time frames. So that is hook and run setup. If you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com.